I recorded a webinar last week in collaboration with Sumit Malhotra. We had a great session, 1 hour, last Thursday. We had about 30 people on the webinar, and we've had since 70 people sign up for the recording. And on that webinar, we had a really great question at the end. We had a Q&A session at the end, and one of the attendees asked at the end of the webinar, what's the risk and the danger of micromanaging people right now in this environment, especially when we're moving into remote working? And the answer to that question, there's lots of answers to that question, but one of the answers we gave was, think about yourself. Put yourself, if you're a leader, put yourself in your team's position right now. If you're remote working and you are making that transition, for many people that's quite difficult, and you've moved into a remote working situation or a remote working environment, you are trying to be as productive as possible, and all of a sudden you're being micromanaged. Someone's asking you for, checks and balances on every part of your day, on every task you complete. And what will be happening is that there's a number of things happening. One of which is that your team, if you're the leader and you're micromanaging, your team will inherently think you do not trust them to do their work. They will think, I don't feel as if I have any empowerment or any trust in this relationship. The other thing that's going to happen is people are going to spend as much time justifying what they are doing as they are going to spend doing the work. And so all of a sudden your productivity plummets. And when you look at the evidence, a lot of the reasons why people find home working so difficult is the justification, is trying to make sure that they project the effectiveness and productivity that they know they can generate in themselves, but they're spending more time trying to justify their position than they are doing the work. So as a leader, there are a number of things you can do, but micromanaging will not get you where you need to be in this present moment. And if you look at what you can do, there are 3 really simple principles that we covered on the webinar, but one is around connecting and engaging with your team and helping them to feel safe and secure. The second then is to help them focus on priorities and recognize the difference between urgent and important tasks, and schedule those tasks that are important once they recognize what they are. And your job as a leader is to help gain clear expectations, clear goals, and then check in at the right frequency. And remember that each member of your team will have different needs and need different support. So don't treat everybody the same way that you wouldn't in an office environment. Just because we work in remotely doesn't mean that the rules change in that respect. So I hope they're useful, practical tips for you. But the key principle, the most important thing here is don't move to micromanage. It will stifle your team's performance and erode the trust that you spent a lot of time building up. Hope that's useful. Have a great week, everybody. Speak to you soon.